Hi guys, today we are starting a new concept, debating. I am defending a topic and Eymen is going to defend against me.
Yep.
So the topic is, if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing.
Yep.
Of course I'm against this one and Eymen is...
In support of it, I
Yes.
guess.
So Eymen, har.
Yeah.
As you are defending supporting the piracy thing, I want to hail you with a har, actually. So let me start with my first argument.
All right.
Last month, Steam changed their policy and they added an exclamation there, a new item, and it says, in short, you don't own this
Game.
game. Even you paid $60 for it,
Yep. You don't own it.
there is a possibility that we can remove it. Actually, it turned into a cliche, but this piracy thing again got ignited, and people started talking it again and again.
Yep.
Okay. So according to me, pirating is stealing. No matter what condition it is, I always think that you are stealing the product.
All right.
Yes, because you're not paying it. And so if I'm producing something, then you have to pay it to own it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna change the topic from games here to art. So let's say a painter made an art product which is very famous. Let's say a Van Gogh painting, and it gets made again and again, and there's thousands of copies of it going around on the entire world, and then someone decides to recreate that painting for a cheap price and maybe even for free, and then distributes it to all people, so everyone can enjoy that art and maybe put it up on their wall and then look at it. You don't really need to own the original painting that Van Gogh made to appreciate the art. So that's why I believe piracy isn't stealing, because stealing is when you take something from the actual artist themselves. So let's say Van Gogh made a painting and there's, let's say 5 copies of it. If I go and take all of those 5 copies, then I have stolen that art. But if I guess get it for free and then there's another copy of it, I didn't take anything from the art itself. I just enjoyed it for without paying any price, I guess.
Okay, there is a famous song that is copying about something, and in that clip, somebody is not stealing but copying the bike itself. So as you cannot copy my physical bike, you have to steal it to own it. And you started directly from art. Okay, let's talk about Van Gogh. Do you know that the actual real life of Van Gogh?
Yeah, I've looked into it a bit. I know that, he kind of went insane. It was alive, nobody really cared about his paintings, and then he got famous afterwards, etc.
Yeah, he can't sell his paintings, and he's a bit, insane about the situation. All right, let's talk about the sustainability thing. If you do not pay for the art that you are owning or enjoying, so how could I sustain my life and produce more art for you, for your enjoyment also? So you enjoyed my product, you want to enjoy more, you want to get it more, but as you are not paying to me for sustainability, I cannot produce more and your enjoyment is going down too.
Yeah, well, I'll reply to that with some statistics, I guess. So basically, when a company or someone makes a game and there's a pirating percentage of that, of course, the percent who pirated that game will most likely, around, I believe, 95% will have not bought it anyways. So the 95% of the people who pirated the game, if they didn't have the ability to pirate that game, they wouldn't even bought it anyways. So it doesn't really take away from the actual creator enjoying, I guess, fan base of that product. It basically, I guess, distributes it more. And actually, it makes, I guess, in the online space, it makes more of a voice for itself, the art piece. People talk about it more, and you get more of an I guess, advertisement from that. So I believe piracy isn't really such of a detriment to companies.
You said 95% of people wouldn't buy already, wouldn't buy the game anyways. But I don't agree with that.
All right.
Okay, so think that there are some DRM copies or some online management system that you have to play the game constantly online, and you really like the content. Wouldn't you buy it? You would somehow save money from your pocket monies. Then eventually you would end up buying up that product.
Well, I believe that when somebody is pirating a product, if they really enjoy it, they will go out of their way to support the creator themselves. So let's say, so most of the people who pirate games are from either Turkey, Russia, or Brazil, which have really not that good of an economy right now. And the people who pirate those games, if they really enjoy it, they support it a lot. Especially, I believe there's an indie creator called Pirate Software who made the games specifically cheaper in Brazil and countries with bad economies. And it was bought a lot more than in other countries, especially to support that creator themselves. So I don't think there's an enemy kind of relationship between the creator and the people who pirate the game. There's some specific reason and a necessity to that piracy.
Where is that necessity coming from?
Well, it could either be economical, I guess, struggles, or that could be the reason, well, they want to check the game out first and then decide if they want to support the creator or not.
Okay. Your first supposition is that the economical problems.
Yep.
Okay, I agree with you. Turkey is getting, harder and harder to buy some original games. It's getting more expensive. But should you follow games from the day one experience? You don't have to buy in the day one. You can buy later with the, when you have the sales on Steam or on Epic. You can save money for that. I don't think that having a hobby should include pirating or stealing something, because I always support that pirating means stealing, because I'm making a product, I'm creating something. Do you know the dictionary meaning of the original? Let me read it to original. Original means independently created, something independently created, and possesses at least minimal degree of creativity. So if you steal from me and I don't get money from you or a cost from you, which will support me to continue creating, you won't be getting extra products of mine.
Yeah,
I have already said this at the beginning, but still I am trying to take your answer for that. You are saying that even people pirate games, you will get your money. Blooper Team?
Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
Okay, Blooper Team made the remake of the Silent 2, and they explained that 75% of the first 2 weeks sales from PlayStation 5, not from PC, because the PC version has already been cracked at the very first 2 weeks. So how do you explain that? So why don't PC players, even if they have money, haven't preferred buying the original version of Silent 2, copyrighted version of Silent 2?
Well, I believe
Silent Hill 2.
So, if the PlayStation version or the PC version was priced differently as to support the people in either economical struggles or people who aren't really, I guess, able to purchase the game, a lot more people would actually go towards buying the product and supporting the creators. So that would result in a lot more sales in both PC and PlayStation.
I see. I get it. Okay. What do you think about copyright laws? Do you think that they aren't necessary? Because copyright laws are always protecting, even if you are the smallest creator, your rights against the pirates.
Yeah, well, copyright isn't necessarily a bad thing. I believe piracy and plagiarism are two different things. Copyright is there to protect you from someone taking your art and saying, I made that. Piracy isn't necessarily that. No, I mean, it's entirely different, actually.
Okay.
You take that art and you distribute it to the people so they all can enjoy the art that you made. No credit is taken from you. you have all the credit. People just get to enjoy your art without actually maybe supporting you. But I believe that's fine. If I made something for creativeness sake and people choose to pirate it instead of buying it, that's fine. If they enjoy it, I believe they will support me. And if they don't enjoy it, they tried it out, they looked at it, and they gave their valid criticism of it, and they decided not to pay. I believe that's fine.
How do you support the creators that you enjoyed?
Well, actually, there have been some games that I've pirated and then chose to buy myself because I really enjoyed it.
Like what?
Like there's a pixel art program called Asaprite. So I was really young at the time, and I didn't really know how to buy games from Steam. So I just found a cracked version, and I had been using it for so long that one day I decided, oh, I can buy that actually. They're actually selling that. So I went and purchased it. Or I've actually donated to a creator of an indie game.
You felt some kind of disturbance in your conscience and you bought the game. Or you bought the program that you liked.
I guess I wouldn't say feeling guilt, more that I actually want to go out of my way to support the creator. I believe that even if I didn't support that creator, that would also be fine. But it's my choice to go out there and give them money or give them my support or anything like that.
So when I was a teenager, when I was pirating the games, actually I pirated a lot of games because there wasn't any possibility that we could go and bought some games. So we pirated. And we never had the conscience that we were doing something wrong. Same for our parents too. But think about that. You go to a market and you steal something, and your parents just probably react very harsh and accuse you of stealing and probably warn you to not do it again. But on the other hand, while you are pirating copyrighted things like games, movies, or music, even they learn that you pirated it, they are not going to show you the same reaction. They wouldn't say, well, "Oh, Eymen, why did you steal the game?" So, what's this unbalanced reaction in these two situations?
Well, I'm gonna divide games into two categories here. Let's say company-made games and indie games. Indie games are made by, I guess, one person or two people that are friends, and the money they make comes from the game's revenue itself. Company games, on the other hand, the employees get paid no matter what. So the employees that made that game are paid by the company no matter how much revenue the game gets. That's their salary. When you steal something from, I guess, the store, that's really, wrong, and I believe stealing from indie creators is actually wrong. I believe that goes from pirating to stealing. Because when you, I guess, pirate an indie game, you're going out of your way to lessen the revenue that the person, I guess, the indie developer gets. But there's an actual, I guess, how could I say that? There's a note I want to add to that. So if you buy, I guess, pirate a game from an indie developer and you don't enjoy it, I believe that's fine as well. But if you happen to enjoy the art that the indie developer made, I believe you should actually support them because that directly affects the revenue that the indie developer gets. It's not the same case as a company.
Okay, I agree with you. There is some kind of this distinction between the indie game developers and the big AAA companies like Ubisoft or EA. But, you know, talking about revenues, I'm very sure that the boss won't get affected because that you pirate something. But there are some people that are working under levels, you know, in sub-management parts, and probably they have the possibility that they're going to get fired because they couldn't catch the estimated sales numbers. Todd Howard or Phil Spencer won't get affected because you pirated the game. But the workers in the sub-management will get questioned and maybe get fired because they couldn't catch the estimated revenues or estimated sales numbers.
Well, I don't believe that's the work of the people who pirate the games. I believe that's the fault of the CEOs and the company itself. I believe that's unethical of the company to do that to an employee because someone pirated the game. I believe art should be for everyone and it should be free. And, well, we don't live in a perfect world, so some people have to buy games for the cycle to continue. But I believe if you go out of your way to pirate a game, that isn't an ethical problem because the end result, it's not your fault and you aren't basically taking anything from anyone.
Thank you, Eymen, for your ideas.
Thank you
And
as well.
thank you for listening us. Please
Yep.
decide who has won this argument. These may be not our real ideas, but as we are debating, we chose sides and we try to defend it. I don't know who won. Probably Eymen won it. But
I don't think
if you write your ideas under the comment section, we will be very happy. Don't forget to like this video and please subscribe.
Yep.
See
See ya.
you.